Hello viewers, this is Abhilash here. Now today we would be doing a video on about how to drive a car, it's basically learning how to drive a car. There have been a lot of people who have asked me how to do a video about how to drive a car. So today let's go ahead and do this and people who know how to drive a car, please move on to your other videos. Now let me tell you about the features of this car. First of all, steering wheel. And then you have the meters over here, which is this is the speedometer, and then this is the fuel gauge meter, and then this is the overheat temperature meter, and this would be your headlights. You turn it forward, your park light is on, then it's your headlight. You push it down, that's your indicator. You pull it up, that's another indicator. Now if you pull it towards you, then that is your pass light. And then this is your wipers. So there you go, I hope you can see that. Yeah, this is your wipers. So you push it up, it's already written over there. And then moving forward, this is your gear lever. So you will have your gear shifting model of each car varies. And this is a Sandro. Like I said, you've got the first gear, second gear, third gear, fourth gear, fifth gear, and then reverse gear. And then this is your handbrake. And then this is your AC controls here. Switch it on, switch on the AC. That's your AC controls there. And then that is your foot pedals. You have your pedals, this is your clutch. So always use your left leg for your clutch and your right leg for your accelerator and your brake. The reason we use the right leg for both accelerator and brake is because when you brake, you don't want your accelerator to be pushed down. And when you're accelerating, you don't want your brake to be functioning at the same time. So there we go. So clutch, this left leg is dedicated for your clutch, so you do only use it for your clutch. And then this is for your accelerator and your brake. Now first thing, once we get into the car, what you need to do is make sure that you adjust your seat according to your height and length. So you push it forward or push it backward or lift it up or downwards to make sure you're comfortably sitting in the car, so your legs are reaching to the pedals and your steering is absolutely fine. Next thing is adjust your mirrors, your rear mirrors, and then your window side mirrors also, to make sure that you have enough visibility to your back, to the back of the car. And then the next thing is you switch on your car. When you're switching on your car, before you switch on your car, make sure that your car is in a handbrake. Put your handbrake. Most of the time when somebody stops the car, they put your handbrake. So, and then look at your gear, if it is in neutral. Make sure you put your gear in neutral whenever you are starting your car. So now it looks like the gear is all fine, and then so you don't need to accelerate or you don't need to do anything like in a bike. So you switch on your car now. Turn your keys so that your car just switches on. Don't turn your keys for too long, so that it's bad for the engine. So just switch on, just turn your keys here. Once you turn on your key, your ignition would be on. So these are the meters that you have. That's indications on your display, which I'll talk to you guys soon. And then you switch on your car, just turn it once or twice, and then your car will be switched on. So now the car is on. Just putting on my AC, it's really hot. Okay, so the AC is on. So then what you need to do is you'll have your handbrake indication on your meter. So just look at your meter before you start your engine, and then after you switch on your engine, you're supposed to have all the lights gone, disappeared, except for your fuel. If your fuel is down, you'll have your lights there, and for your handbrakes, that is supposed to go off when you're driving. So now what you need to do is, everything is fine now. So now you put your hold your brake, then release your handbrake. So now your vehicle is not on a gear mode, it's on a neutral. Push your clutch completely down and then put your gear to the first gear. So that's your first gear there. You'll have your indications on top of your gear lever in order to understand which is first gear, second, third, and fourth and fifth. So you follow the instruction as per your car. Now this is a Sandro, this is a Hyundai Sandro. So the first gear is as normal as most of the cars. So then what you need to do is slowly lift your leg from your gear, from your brakes. So you don't see your car moving anywhere, rolling back or front. So we are on a flat surface right now. Then what you need to do is take your left leg to your accelerator, slowly accelerate. Okay, now your accelerator is working fine. Then the next thing you need to do is slowly release your clutch, slowly. You can see that, there you go, I'm slowly releasing it. Now the car has started moving. Do not release your clutch quickly, because then your car would stall and switch off. Don't do that. Take your time, take your own time, and then slowly release your clutch. There you go, we can slowly releasing the clutch. Then slowly accelerate, so the car is moving right now. Then you turn your steering. If you want to go left, you turn it to the left. If you want to go right, you turn it to your right. That is how the steering works. You want to go left, you want to go right, you go right. So now we've slowly released the clutch and we are moving forward. So once we go forward like this, so once the car starts rolling, you can take your leg off your clutch. So your car is slowly moving. And then if you want to stop your car, you think that you are out of control, you cannot control the car, what you need to do is push your clutch and your brake together. Brake slowly, completely shut down your clutch, then you brake and you stop your car. If at all you have any confusions, always stop your car, think twice or thrice, and then move your car. Then so again, let's do this. We're putting the clutch completely down, putting it on the first gear, slowly releasing the clutch while accelerating. So we are accelerating right now, so we are moving on forward little by little. There we go, we are going forward. Now I want to stop, and then I stop, hold the clutch completely down, push your brakes. So there you go, your car is stopped right now. Same thing goes for your reverse gear also. What you need to do is put it to your reverse gear slowly. You want to go left, you turn left. You want to go right, you turn right. So that is how even the reverse works. So now what we do is we've put it on the reverse gear, slowly release the clutch. We've slowly released the clutch. We've slowly released the brake. Car isn't moving anywhere. So we are on a flat surface. Then slowly release your clutch. Slowly, look at my pedal. Look at what I'm doing. Slowly release the pedal and then steer it towards your right. So there we go. We are going to right. We turn it to the left. We go to the left. Push your clutch down. Slowly put it onto your reverse gear. Look at these mirrors. If not, you can actually turn back and look at which position you're going. With experienced people normally use these glasses, the mirrors. If you're doing a reverse gear, always keep your leg on the clutch, because anytime you'll have to declutch in order to stop your car. So do not take your leg off when you're doing a reverse gear. Reverse gear, you don't travel a lot. It's only for reversing the car. So it's a very short distance turning that you'll be doing. So whenever you have to shut down your reverse, then immediately you have to push your clutch down. I'm pushing my clutch down and I'm taking off the clutch when I need to go reverse, when I need to stop, if I doubt that I'm not going the right direction. And then this is how you do your reverse gear. Take your time, and then you'll learn slowly. Normally you change the gear according to the speed. So it works on the RPM of your car. But on layman terms, the easiest thing to do is the speed. The faster the car runs, the higher the gear needs to go. The lesser speed the car runs, the lesser speed the gear you need to go. Now let's go forward. Let's drive now. Slowly releasing my clutch there, and I'm accelerating. There we go. We are accelerating now, right now. So now, based on gear ratio that I had mentioned right now, we'll be driving on the main road. We're getting onto the main road. Always, whenever you are confused or you think you cannot, you're really scared of moving the car, stop your car anywhere and then decide what you need to do and then take it forward. Do not go in a rush. My gear clutch, and then I'm putting it in third gear. I take off my leg from the clutch. Make sure you change your gears as quick as possible. Don't wait for a long time, because the speed would slow down. So you don't want that to happen. Then you'll have to go down on your gears. So there we go. Now we are on a third gear. So what I do is, again, I push the clutch. I only push the clutch, if you can see that. I push the clutch and then I put it onto the fourth gear. Now I'm taking off my leg and then I'm just giving my accelerator. Now, for example, we need to stop here. What we need to do is push your clutch completely down and then slowly brake. Move your car to your left hand side, stop it. There we go, we've stopped the car. So I'm putting the gear on a neutral position. If your car is in a neutral position, always hold your brake, because you don't know if it is on an incline or on a decline, because there will be vehicles behind. Then now I decide to, if I want to go forward, what I do is, like I said, I'm holding my brake there, then I'm putting my clutch down, putting it on the first gear. I slowly release my brake. Okay, we are on a flat position right now. Then we are going to go forward. So slowly give your accelerator and then leave your clutch slowly. There you go, you release your clutch. Now we are moving forward. So we are going on the first gear, 10 kilometers, putting it onto the second gear. Release, take off your leg completely outside. And then now we're reaching the 30 kilometers. Then we are moving it to the third gear. There we go. We are on the third gear right now. And then going forth, we are going to go on the fourth gear. So slowly you speed it up and then clutch it and then you put it on your fourth gear. So we are on the fourth gear right now. Keep your hands always on the steering wheel. Keep your both hands always on your steering wheel. So this is how you hold your steering initially. Don't hold it like this or don't hold it like this. This is how you hold your steering wheel. So you want to turn left, you turn like this. You want to turn right, you turn right like this. So this is the best position to hold your steering, because whenever you turn your car, you should always push from one end and turn with the other hand. That is how you want to do it. So we are going to turn from here. Let's take a quick turn. I'll show you how. So we're stopping here. Now look if any cars are coming from the front or the back. Then what you need to do is, like I said, hold your steering like this. Slowly turn. I'm pushing it along with that. I'm turning it. There you go. I'm turning and I'm pushing it with the other hand. We've turned it. Then I stop. Put it on the reverse gear. Slowly release the clutch, and then the car moves back. Turn it to the other side, and then you brake. Then again put it on the first gear. Slowly push and turn. There you go. I'm pushing and I'm turning it. There we go. And then I turn it to this side. Then putting it onto the second gear. Then we go forward. So then I'm reaching 30 kilometers. There you can see a vehicle coming from the other side. So what you need to do is keep to your left. So you slowly go blank. You don't want to go completely blank. You can actually take your time. Always keep to your left so that you will have enough time, and if any other cars or any other vehicle needs to pass by, they have all the way to go. So always keep to your left. And if you have to stop also, you have your provision to stop your car and think. So there we go, we are going forward. And if people starts honking or any other disturbance that people starts doing, ignore it, because nobody is in that rush. If they are in really such a rush, they should be going in some other emergency vehicles. So take your time, and always when you're driving your car, when you're a learner, have an elbow on your car so that people knows that you're a learner. You're a beginner, so they will not disturb you if you have an elbow on your car. Always have an elbow in your front and in your back of your car. There you go. We see a lorry, a tempo coming in, so I'm not scared. So I'm keeping to the left and I'm slowly moving the car. Don't hurry initially. Drive in slow speeds, and then you become an expert driver. Then you can drive in faster speeds. When a downhill, you can always use that same speed ratio. If you're going slower on a 20 kilometer or 30 kilometer, put it on third gear or second gear. Remove your leg completely from the clutch, so the car will not run very fast because it's going on a gear, so it will only maintain that ratio, so it will slowly decline the hill. Now we are on a flatter road, so what you need to do is slowly accelerate and then change the gears and then keep moving. Take off your leg completely from the clutch, because you don't want to burn your clutch. The more you use your clutch, the clutch starts burning, so you don't want to do that. Now it's a decline. We are going on a decline, so I have not used my clutch yet. I'm keeping my leg because I'm going on a 30 kilometer speed. I'm using a third gear. I'm slowly running down the car. If it slows down, then again I'll have to down it to second gear. If not, I can still go on the 30 kilometer speed on the third gear. I am going to turn right now, so I've put my clutch completely down. I'm looking backwards and front if there's any cars coming or going, and then I'm slowly turning the car, releasing my clutch slowly, and then I push the clutch and the brake in order to stop. Then if I need to move forward again, I put the clutch, I put it in the first gear and I brake slowly. and then I release the clutch. And if it is an decline, then you slowly you have to completely clutch your clutch, and then you brake and you slowly come down if it's a decline. If you have to stop and if you have to move slowly, then that is what you need to do. So in case if you're driving on a bad road, what you need to do is use your clutch frequently, so that if you think that the speed is lower, then you slowly clutch and then you increase your accelerator a bit and then release your clutch. So you play with your clutch and your accelerator, so that will help you in a smoother driving. So if you're driving in a 10 km speed, and say example the road is really bad and you do not use your clutch, you take your leg completely off the clutch and you slowly accelerate and then you stop in between. So what happens is it starts knocking. So you don't want that knocking to happen. So at that time what you do is you slowly clutch and then you increase your RPM a little bit, your accelerate a little bit, and then release your clutch slowly. So it will not knock. So you don't want that knocking to happen. Try playing it with your clutch and your accelerator in a off-road slowly on a lower speed. So you'll get to understand the ratio between the clutch and the accelerator, and you will be able to learn it. So use these basics, and then built on that you will be able to be a good driver in a while. So it takes practice. So don't think that within 1 or 2 days you'll completely perfect driving a car. So when going on an uphill, now we are going to go on an uphill right now. So what we will be doing is, for example, now that we've stopped the car right now, and we need to go uphill. So if I take my leg from the brakes, what happens is the car will start rolling back, which I don't want to happen. If there is any cars standing next to my car, then this will go and hit on the other car. So what I'll be doing is I'll be completely clutching my car. I'll push my clutch completely down, put it in the first gear. Then what I'll need to do is I will have to take my clutch leg slowly. I remove, while holding the brake, I remove my clutch leg slowly up, and then there will be a certain point once you reach like a half of your clutch, what you'll see is the car would slowly start pushing forward. Slowly you will feel that kind of vibration that you will feel. You have to try that out by yourself. There you go. So now I've reached like a half clutch. So your car is trying to push forward, and still I'm not letting it go by holding the brake. Now what I do is, once you reach that point, hold your clutch there. So and slowly take your brake off. So now you can see that the car is not actually going backwards. So it's actually staying there. Then immediately what you do is you take your leg off your brake and then slowly accelerate, and from the position that you've stopped your clutch, slowly release it, so it starts moving. So that is how you do a half clutch. That is how you do your half clutch on an uphill. So you have to try that out. Understand where is your half clutch of your car. When driving on a flat road, stop your car and then slowly check out where is your half clutch, because every clutch varies. Some clutches would be on the top, some would be on the bottom. Depends on how old is the car and how is the clutch plate conditions. So what you need to do is, when you are on your standing position on a flat road, hold your brake and then stop your car. You don't need to hold your brake when it's on a flat position. So then what you do is push your clutch down and then put it on your first gear. Slowly take your clutch without accelerating, and then there will be a certain position where the car starts moving. Look at that. Now I've reached almost half clutch. Now the car has started moving. So if I push the clutch down and I brake again, then the car would stop. Then again I slowly release my clutch. Then when I reach half clutch, it starts moving. So that is your half clutch. Remember that half clutch, the place where your car starts moving, that is your half clutch. So keep that in mind, and when you're on your uphill, when going on an uphill and you have to stop and you have to move forward, this is what you do. When you stop your car, what you need to do is stop your car completely, put your gear on a neutral position, pull your hand gear, pull your handbrakes. Always keep your handbrakes on when you're leaving your car. Your AC, switch off your ACs first, and then switch off your engine, and then put your car on the first gear. just to make sure that in case if you're on an uphill or a downhill, your car still does not move if your handbrake fails. So always leave your car on first gear or reverse gear. If it's a downhill, put it on reverse gear. If it's uphill, put it on first gear. So always do that so that your car, just in case your handbrake fails, your car still remains where it is. And then remove your seat belts, and then you get out and you become an official driver now. So there you go. So that is how you drive a car. Handbrake, then I'm switching off the engine, and then I'm putting it on the first gear, and then I'm done. There you go. So I hope you guys enjoyed the lessons for how to drive a car, and I hope this would be helpful for you guys to learn how to drive a car. If you have any questions or comments, please leave below. I'd really like to know if this video was helpful for you guys, or anybody has learned driving using these lessons. So thank you so much guys, and I will see you guys with a new video. Thank you. Bye.